Arien,
Yes.
great seeing you.
It's good seeing you too.
I hate that you're still homeless.
Me too.
When I walked up, you said that you're a professional homeless now.
Yes.
Now explain that.
Meaning I can hold it together while being on the ground.
Now, this is your third Invisible People interview.
Yes, it is.
Now, last two times, I just ran into you walking down the street organically, but we've connected on Facebook and stayed in touch. Although I love seeing you. You're adorable.
Thank you. I love seeing you too.
I hate that you're the third interview, that you're still out here.
I hate it too.
Tell me about homelessness.
Homelessness is rough. I get harassed by police a lot. You know, I can't set my tent up at 5 o'clock even if it's freezing and I'm shivering to the bone. I'm scared of getting pneumonia. I had a friend that wife had died out here due to pneumonia from being out in the cold. And when I set my tent up, it was just last week. I set my tent up at 5. It was freezing. And the cops just rolled up and ticketed me and grabbed me up and forced me into handcuffs just to give me a ticket because I didn't understand why I was in the wrong to put my tent up if it was freezing. The setup here is between 9 and 6. That's the law. So I was breaking the law by trying to warm myself up.
I can't imagine what you go through. In your first interview, you were very candid about how women are harassed out here.
Oh yes, I'm harassed all the time. I'm fearful for my life all the time. I stay in a tent so that people think that there's a possibility there's a guy in there. And so nobody's going to try to, mess with me. And when I'm out here, especially by myself, I'm scared. I always have to have somebody close by just in case of an emergency,
And most, if not all, women have been raped out here.
Oh yes, my third day here, I was raped. And it was because I was trying to stay in an abandoned apartment because I didn't want to sleep out on the streets. And I was cornered and I tried to escape and, you know the story.
Sadly.
Yeah.
And that's why it bothers me that in all this time, Los Angeles still hasn't gotten you and tens of thousands others the support you need.
Well, I don't understand. This is $1 billion city. If they even just built a recreational center or bought a lot just to have, there's these tiny houses you could build for less than $1,000 because it's made out of biodegradable material. And it wouldn't be hard for somebody with billions of dollars to easily buy out a lot and put something there. Yeah.
The problem is now that Los Angeles County has funding for Measure H and Prop HHH, it's lack of public support. So public, said they want to pay. They'll pay to have homeless people removed, but they don't want them in anywhere near where they are.
So they want us to die? That's the only logic that I can come to. All the time, there are times when I was holding my sign that I had people tell me that I was trash, that I need to be cleaned up off the streets. I miss out on my kids, I miss out on everything, and my case is going slow. Everything's moving slow for me because of the lack of help. I've tried reaching out. I went to GR. I've gone to LA County. LA County has come to me since the last video.
Yeah, the last video, the county reached out to you.
Yes.
And you got on a housing wait list.
Yep.
And here's October that happened. And
I'm still on the wait list. And
so they gave you some clothes and some hygiene,
give me clothes,
which is great.
Yep.
And it's not, the county just doesn't have housing.
Nope, they don't. And the housing that they do have, it's like they're forcing people to go to Skid Row. And to me, Skid Row is a place that people go when they want to die. And, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff. I walked through Skid Row a few times. I stayed out there for one night before, and I wouldn't recommend that for anybody.
I love Skid Row. I have a new understanding of it now, but I have to say, when I was homeless in Hollywood, I think not going to Skid Row saved my life.
That's exactly what I mean.
And back to the public support, most people believe, you know, you're homeless here by choice, and it's as easy as getting a job. And you work when you can.
I've had multiple jobs out here. I just worked Coachella last summer doing security. I have my guard card. That was $175 that I had to save just for that. There's no logic to think that somebody would choose to sleep by piss and shit. There's no logic. It's not a choice. Sometimes you have everything taken away from you. Sometimes the world just strips you like ass naked in the street, and you don't know what to do except for try to survive. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to survive. I do my hair, I do my makeup, I take care of myself because I love myself. And even if people think I'm trash or think that I should die or think because I'm homeless that I'm not productive for society or things like that, you know, it's really sick. You know, when you think about the medieval times, right? And they had the kings and the queens, and they would walk past beggars asking for food while they're dying of things in the streets. You know, you watch those movies and you're looking at the kings and queens like they're wrong, but here you do it to homeless people every day that you walk past them and think, oh, well, this is what you deserve. Well, if this is what I deserve, well, what does that say about you?
Wow.
It hurts. It hurts me to the core. I felt so suicidal. I've tried to kill myself multiple times. So if you want me dead, trust me, at one point, I really wanted myself dead.
So, you know, that comes up with, because every time we've connected, you've been positive, but you really have to fight to keep a smile out
Yes,
here.
I do. I have to fight every day to smile. Every day is a struggle for me not to go, what's the word? Batshit crazy. You know, people that are out here that they do drugs and stuff like that. When I was doing drugs in my past, you know, I was doing it because I was trying to kill myself. I was trying to numb my pain. I was trying to escape my reality. Any reality was better than facing the world that tells you because you don't have any money that you are worthless. And because you don't have a house or a car, you are worthless. This world is full of gold diggers that only care about what's in my pocketbook. And it's heartbreaking. So when I do smile, it's because I'm strong. When I do wake up every day and I'm optimistic and I'm like, this could be the day, it's because that's what I choose to keep my mentality at, so I don't go back to wanting to kill myself into depression.
We gotta get you off the streets. We gotta get you off the streets.
Oh, I want off the streets.
So, for those of you listening to me, this video, please share it with whoever you know. If you're connected with anybody that works in homeless services in Los Angeles County, please. The thing is, there's tens of thousands of other errands out here.
There's a lot.
But let's start with this errand right now and get her off the streets.
I really wish that would work.
Well, speaking of wishes, by now you know my ending question.
Yes.
If you had three wishes, what would they be?
One, to get into some kind of like shelter or program or something that'll stabilize me to finish my case. My second wish would be that the world would open up their heart to the homeless people and realize that kicking somebody while they're down and making them want to kill themselves, doesn't make you any different than Darth Vader, doesn't make you any different than any villain in any movie that you yourself, when you go to a movie, you talk crap about, but here you are doing the same thing. You know, my third wish is that, you know, that just to be happy. I just want to smile and it feel real, you know? Not smile because, you know, I'm strong, but smile because I'm happy.
Well,
where I don't have to be strong anymore.
well, thank you very much for talking to me.
No problem.